Oh wait, she can swim. What the fuck? She can swim. Where did she learn how to swim? I just clocked. Yo, 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 what's going on YouTube? 0088 here, and I am reacting to the full 23-minute Last of Us gameplay. Now, since this is a long form video, you can already tell if you have been following my channel long enough. When I do long form videos, it gets a bit webcammy like this. Quality is not as good as it normally is. But anyway, it doesn't matter. We're reacting to the Last of Us Part 2, and I've reacted to a couple of things. I had my thoughts on the whole leaks and everything. And yeah, guys, check those videos out because I don't repeat myself again. But the general consensus is, it seems, from what I'm hearing in the way about, so I wasn't reading too much into this because I wanted to see the presentation fresh. I didn't read people's reactions. I didn't watch anybody's reactions, obviously, because I want to react myself and see it all fresh. But the consensus I'm getting is that people are warming up to it, apparently. Like, there's certain people that I know that have said they're never going to buy the game, and they're still trying to stick by it. But I swear, it's something in them wants to get this game and play it, and just the gameplay, the graphics look too beautiful, man. And I'm sure, I have a strong feeling this 23 minutes of gameplay is going to convince me even more so, because I've already said in my previous video that, in my reaction, that fuck the story, man. The gameplay looks sick. Like, obviously, Last of Us is a very story-oriented game, and that was everybody's argument about why we should be upset about the leaks, because Last of Us is like the meat of Last of Us is the story, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same for Part 2 as well. But the thing is, like, here's my thoughts on the story. The leaks, from what I've got, I've heard conflicting things. Certain characters, they say certain characters are going to be dead by the end of the game, and I heard another leak that said certain characters aren't going to be dead by the end of the game, and then like, there's all this conflicting stuff that a certain character that everybody hates, that kills someone that we love, is apparently not what they thought she was going to be, and all this kind of stuff. Like, but there's still there's definitely a strong underlying political SJW narrative underneath it with Neil Druckmann. We know what he did with Uncharted 4. We saw his presentation at E3 for this game and the kind of people he hired and what reasons he hired them, you know, like for sexual orientation or skin color, or not even skin color, just sexual orientation and gender. That's the reason why he hired certain people, and that's very bad signs already. Without, like, that's worrying for where he wants to take the story. But the graphics look good. The fact that we know Ellie doesn't just have the same moves as Joel. They acknowledge that she's a female. She's not as strong as Joel, so she has more faster moves. Just because someone is a woman doesn't mean they're going to be weak. It just means they'll be different from how a man would do things, you know. And they've acknowledged that of Ellie, that she's not going to be like in your face as Joel is. She's going to be a bit more nimble, a bit more slick, a bit more fast, a bit more speedy. And I love that kind of stuff, you know. That's why it should excite you to play a female character over a male character. The difference is there, and rather than just having a female character and a male character in female skin, you know. But anyway, enough waffling. Let's react to this 23-minute gameplay, see if it's going to egg me on even more to get Last of Us started. I'm still not putting my own money into it. I have ways. My birthday's on June 19th, same time this comes out, and I have ways I'm going to get it. But anyway, let's watch Ikazo. I don't know, what view is better, this view or this view? Let me know in the comments, guys. Would you like better, this one or this one? Let me know. This is what I normally do, but I've seen some people do this, so I don't know, man.
I know you wish things were different.
I'm going to leave it like this because this is what I normally do. But if you like the other one better, let me know in the comments, and I'll do the other way from now on for like long form videos like this.
I wish things were different. Ellie!
Damn, I've been playing Last of Us a lot, the original. That's probably what warmed me up to this. And seeing Ellie growing up like this is just mad, because I've been playing the original. I should have been streaming it. Ellie's back.
I'm leaving tomorrow.
To do this smart, we'd be leaving Jackson vulnerable.
Damn, the graphics have improved so
Did they
much.
just get away with this?
How'd you find us?
All these people born in
Stop
Tokyo.
this.
I want what you want. But not at any cost.
I've basically seen this trailer though, haven't I?
I really hope you make it.
Hope you guys can hear me.
I have to finish it.
There's a cost.
Didn't it
We
show
could
you?
have killed you. Maybe you should have.
They didn't show her mouth didn't move there. Like, I thought that might be from a different scene. That sounded like Abby speaking.
I'm Neil Druckmann, Vice President of Naughty Dog and the Director of The Last of Us Part 2. We're just a few weeks away from launch on June 19th, when the game will
My
finally
birthday,
be in your
bruh, bruh.
hands. The wait has been long, and we're extremely grateful for your patience, especially now in the midst of these unprecedented and challenging times. We hope you're all taking care of yourselves, and that you, your friends, and your loved ones are doing well. Because of these extraordinary circumstances, we can't be together in this final stretch and share the experience like we usually would. So today we're trying something different. Something we've never done before. Over the next 20 minutes or so, we're going to give you an in-depth look into what awaits you in The Last of Us Part 2, including new details about the gameplay experience and story. And to cap it all off, we'll be showing a never-before-seen, lengthy gameplay sequence. You'll definitely want to stick around for that.
Ooh. Sounds fancy.
I don't know what happened.
Joel. Sitting there. Oh
I
yeah.
was supposed to take her to the Fireflies and walk away.
Damn.
They were actually going to make a cure. The only catch.
You had to
You
die.
would kill her.
Yeah. Oh, it's
The
weird.
Last of Us Part 2 picks up Ellie and Joel's
Seeing-
story several years after the events of the first game. Ellie and Joel have settled in Jackson, Wyoming, amongst a thriving community of survivors.
That's not from the old game. That's
The
new
threats of the
footage
world
of a
kept outside the
flashback.
town's walls.
New graphics
Jackson
are a
has been able
flashback
to
of the old
find
game. It's
relative
weird.
peace and even stability. Ellie is now 19, lives on her own, and has been able to forge lasting relationships within the community.
Scale of 1 to 10. How would you rate our kiss from last night?
They would have loads of weed. I suppose that'll be true. They
However,
would.
this peace is short-lived. Jackson and Ellie suffer a violent and traumatizing event. Ellie sets off back into the treacherous outside world in search of retribution and justice. Her journey will take her to new parts of the country previously unexplored in The Last of Us. The story spans multiple seasons and climates, from
Oh,
the
yeah,
snow-capped
okay.
mountains of Jackson to the lush Pacific Northwest. Each introduces a wide range of exterior and interior environments for you to navigate and explore, rendered in meticulous detail and unprecedented scale with the latest iteration of the Naughty Dog engine. Our goal was to make these environments not only beautiful, but feel as grounded and authentic to the cities they're based on as possible. Much of the story unfolds in what remains of Seattle, a massive former quarantine zone. Its locales are incredibly diverse, spanning a
Oh, did you
dense
see the word
city
fuck
center
just written
with a
there?
skyline of towering high-rises to the beautiful suburbs and stormy waterfronts that surround it. The city exhibits drastic shifts in architecture, elevation, and weather. And with Part 2, we've introduced new traversal mechanics that afford greater exploration and ways to navigate threats. Ellie is not only able to climb and jump over gaps, but she can use ropes to scale vertical terrain or swing
Damn.
over obstacles, allowing you to discover new areas, resources, and side narratives.
Jeez! Could not do that in the old game.
These more open environments also create new strategic considerations in
That's
combat,
basically Uncharted though, isn't it?
whether it's to get the jump on enemies or bypass them entirely.
I feel like the areas that you're going to be doing the gameplay
Last of
in
Us
are
Part
going to be
2
way
features some
bigger
of the
now.
largest environments
Yeah.
we've ever created.
Yeah.
Horseback riding will allow Ellie to quickly cover some of these expansive terrains.
Wow, it's almost semi-open
Some
world.
streets are so flooded that a boat is required to navigate them.
Wow, it's semi-open world.
However, the world of The Last of Us is as lush and inviting as it is deadly. As Ellie uncovers the path to finding those who have wronged her, she must face the many threats of this unknown city. In the wake of the pandemic and the fall of the quarantine zone, Seattle has become a war zone, where two warring factions find themselves in an ongoing conflict for territory and resources. One of these groups is the Washington Liberation Front, otherwise known as the WLF. The WLF are a militia group that began as resistance to the military occupation of Seattle, and eventually wrestled control of the city from them. They are highly trained, organized, and well-equipped with weapons they stole from the army.
Highly
They occupy
trained.
much of the city, imprisoning or killing trespassers on sight.
Hey, we got another trespasser. A girl. Did you see her?
Man, Ellie's like a flipping solid snake. The amount of shit and people,
On
the
the
amount
other
of
side
trained
this
people she
bloody
can just
conflict
kill.
is a group of religious zealots
Same with
called
Joel.
the Seraphites, or Scars, defined by the self-inflicted deep cuts that they bear across their faces. Like the WLF, they're deeply tribalistic and territorial. They're known for being stealthy, using overgrowth as cover, and they use more silent weapons like bows and arrows.
Damn.
Clip her wings.
Clip her wings. This bit always fucked me up, man. Ah.
But beyond this
Damn.
conflict among survivors, the threat that originally brought the world to its knees is very much present. Every human is in danger of falling victim to the infected.
Jeez. Look at the bloaters now, man.
They are the recently infected runners, who are more numerous and aggressive in this game. The blind but extremely deadly clickers, and the stalkers, who sneak and hide until they're ready to attack, surprising their victims with extreme agility and brutal violence. The Last of Us Part 2 introduces new stages of infected, such as the Shamblers. Large, heavily armored enemies that are covered in pustules. Upon getting close to you, they expel a corrosive spore cloud that burns its victims.
Seeing that, I just want to know the lore
However,
behind
most
it. Like,
terrifying and lethal new forms of infected will have to wait until you play the game for yourselves.
so all these new forms of infected, why are they new forms? There was only 3 before. What happened?
Overcoming
What's the
these
law?
threats
What's the
will
law?
require careful consideration of how you approach every combat encounter and how you leverage Ellie's unique skills, equipment, and the environment to your advantage. The WLF patrol the streets of Seattle with guard dogs, which are capable of detecting and following you, even while in cover. They can pick up your scent and alert their handlers to your presence.
How long have I gone
Listen
through?
mode will reveal your scent trail, so keep moving.
Alright, at
and
10
cause
minutes, I'm going to
distractions to avoid
switch to the other style, and you guys tell me which one you like
25 years
better
after the pandemic began,
of my
the
reaction.
world is completely overgrown. Use tall grass to hide from enemies and go prone to stay out of sight. However, this form of analog stealth means you're never fully hidden. If enemies get close enough, they can discover you, even in grass. When Ellie is overwhelmed, running away is a viable option.
I wonder if the
You
enemies
can
are
also
smart
break
now.
glass or crawl through
Oh, they can
tight
break
spaces
glass now.
to find new paths or areas to evade or take on your enemies.
I'd hope so. This is
In any
like
given
next
combat
gen.
situation, you can flee an encounter and re-establish stealth. to
Ellie's so
regain-
lanky now.
If
She's
you
kind of got a
absolutely
body of
have
a
to fight
boy.
your
It's
way out,
weird.
There are a variety of tools at your disposal. Ellie's more agile than most of her enemies. She can sprint and quickly dodge incoming attacks. Learning how opponents attack with different weapons
She's like
and
Jill.
mastering the timing of your dodges will prevent you from taking damage and
Damn.
create opportunities to counterattack. You can use throwable items or well-placed shots to stun enemies before dealing a killing blow. Or using them as a shield to protect yourself or buy some time to figure out your next move.
Damn. Man, at least you think about joining the military, man.
Ellie isn't always alone on her journey.
If she was living in this
Allies
world,
will take part in helping you navigate the environments, spot enemies, and meaningfully help you in combat encounters.
I guess she really built like a boy in this. The way Ellie's been brought up, man, it's mad. Anyway, yeah, I said I was gonna switch it,
Between the
didn't
human
I?
survivors and the roaming infected, there will be times where multiple threats are present, creating new strategic considerations and opportunities. You can choose whether to attack these opponents separately and directly, or find ways to pit them against each other. Flee as they fight, or wait until their numbers have thinned out and engage with whomever's left.
Jeez,
Our
man.
goal is to create unparalleled tension, coupled with deep systems that give you greater control and influence over your journey. As you play, you'll be able to invest in a broad collection of crafting items, weapon, and player upgrades through training manuals scattered throughout the environment and scavenging for ingredients. These skills and upgrade manuals cater to a variety of playstyles, and the choices you make will create your own distinct experience. We also wanted to extend that agency and personalization to your weapons through our new workbench system. Scavenge for parts to modify and improve your weapon's performance and attributes, all of which are visualized and become part of your character.
Do you get to play as Joel? I know you get. I don't know. I heard some things that you might play as in a little bit, but I don't know.
Survival will also require using the parts and ingredients that you'll find in the environment, which can be crafted into a wide range of defensive and offensive items, like proximity mines, explosive arrows, pistol suppressors, and more.
Of course, in the apocalypse, what do humans create? Rather than things to help us live, you just create weapons, but proximity mines and shit. Mad. That's probably what would happen as well. Jeez. Was that a
All of these gameplay
fire
systems
arrow?
are meant to immerse
Explosive
you in
arrow.
the world and make you feel in lockstep with Ellie's emotional journey. As we've said before, this is Naughty Dog's largest, most ambitious game. It may seem like we covered a lot, but we've only scratched the surface of what it's like to play The Last of Us Part 2.
No, man, Abby's arms are
We can't
H,
wait for you to
man.
experience it all for yourself on June 19th.
Yeah, I'll be playing this, man.
Until
But
then,
I'm not putting my money
here's an
into it,
extended
though.
sequence of never-before-seen gameplay.
Ooh.
Enjoy.
I will enjoy. Show me what you got. Gone young. Ellie reminds me a bit of like Arya Stark or something.
Did you find her yet? Shit.
Well, no one was looking. Search in the area, just in case she's still around.
Isaac's not happy.
Oh wait, she can swim. What the fuck? She can swim. Where did she learn how to swim? I just clocked. Who taught her how to? Joel must have taught her how to swim. Spoiler alert. Damn, she got good at swimming quick. She must have had done laps like every day. A lot of human. I guess they're just showing us the human fights. They're trying to keep the zombie fights under wraps, I guess. Come on, they would have heard that.
Accept. Hands up. No girl named Nora.
Sure.
Where is she?
In the hospital.
We're in the hospital.
They're clearing out the upper floors. She's somewhere in there.
Damn. Jeez. Does she have a PSP? Pick it up, Ellie. Play it. I must admit it's good now because in our last game, I thought I did think it was a bit silly that there was no female like enemies. All the enemies were all men. I don't know if that was Nita Sarkeesian's input. Don't have you Joel kill any women. Only Ellie can kill women.
We get the job done.
I bet you do.
Though he kills a major woman at the end of The Last of Us, the first game.
I'm telling you, man. Data soldier. It makes these shifts so much easier.
Sure. I'll keep that in mind.
The enemies seem a bit more friendly in this one to each other. They were just like savages in the last game, almost.
Did you realize I was being called up to the club?
I heard that Isaac wants us to retake all of downtown.
I heard we might catch a flight to them.
No way. Not after what went down last time. Even Isaac isn't that crazy.
That's what I heard.
Oh my god, she's using like a Coke bottle as a silencer. That's sick.
Alright, calm down.
Damn. Damn, Ellie can grab him and pull him now. I thought that was a machete. It's a 2x4. Ooh, kill the doggy! People aren't gonna like that. I always wondered, this is weird how people get way more upset with dogs getting killed than humans getting killed. I guess it's never the dog's fault, it's like a horse getting killed as well. It's like a greenhouse. Good to know that he's still killing in one hit with that. Game could have been too hard otherwise. Based on the gameplay, I know the dogs can sniff you out. I'm killing the dogs first. I don't give a fuck. Dogs are going down first. Because they ain't sniffing me out, fam. Ooh. Is that a... Damn. Oh no, it's a rifle. I thought we were gonna get an AK. Like you don't get a machine gun in Last of Us, the first game, until right at the end of the game. So hopefully maybe you get one a bit sooner in this one.
Some movement.
I'll go check it out.
You can tell this is proper gameplay now, not what we saw at E3, where it looked a bit more cinematic. This looks like actual gameplay. Still looks good though.
Over here! Not for now, asshole!
Ooh. Damn, that looks vicious what she's got in her hand
I found her!
there. Oh, fuck. I wanted to see what his face ended up looking like.
Damn it! Find another way out!
See, things like that you have to do. I don't. I was never a fan of those. I understood why Last of Us had those moments, but I was never a fan of them where you probably have to do that and block the door off. Otherwise you can't progress. You probably can't even move until she's done it. Like, forced things like that always got me. They should make you have more choice. Like maybe you could forget to lock that up, and those enemies could run up and chase you, but then it would fuck up. They want to tell a story. They probably want someone to... Yeah, so they want Ellie to say that and be this a more quiet moment, you know. They like to control each part, you know, so I understand why it has to be there. But yeah, a bit more freedom with things like that, but I guess for storyline moments, they don't have to do it.
What the fuck was happening here?
That's stupid. You're gonna tell us where she went.
Very smart of Naughty Dog to just be showing gameplay like this to make us forget about the story.
I'm not going down for her, man.
It's gonna be fun reading the comments after this.
Don't scream.
Who's this chick?
That shit done. Remember me? Remember me?
Who's she? Who is she? Mystery. My birthday. Anybody want to buy me The Last of Us for my birthday? Message me. If you want to get me The Last of Us, message me. Yeah, what did I think of that? Well, that was pretty good. Ah, you know what, man? Actually, you know what? Let's read the comments. This should be a laugh. Let's read the comments. Okay, everyone should be able to talking about the fact that she can swim now. Yeah, I was wondering about that. That was mad. Who taught her to swim? We're going to play a game about an outbreak while being quarantined because of an outbreak. That's probably the reason why they wanted to bring it out so late in the year. Later on in the year. Well, that was their reason, apparently. I don't know what the real reason was. Or do you know that horse is going to die? I wonder if you can get, like, different horses in this game. Or is it going to make it... is it going to be forced story horse that you can't lose or whatever? Probably the latter. All that girl wanted to do is play a PS Vita. I think the release date. Okay, no one's complaining about the leaks anymore. No one's complaining. The comment section. I see the comment section being heavily censored. Okay. Yeah, you scroll for 5 minutes and didn't see one negative comment and it has 4K dislikes. Okay, maybe it is being heavily censored, but I think that's enough for the comments now. They seem very positive, but I forgot about the fact they probably deleted and, you know, it censored all the negative comments about the leaks and everything. But yeah, like, it looks good, man. Like I said, I'm going to be playing it, might stream it. I don't want to put my money towards it just based on Naughty Dog's practices. I don't like the way they do things. I mean, like, I could buy it myself. I know my sister's going to buy it for herself, so maybe I'll just play her one. But I just don't want to give me money for that, man. Like, but I still want to play it. I still want to see. I want to. You know what's really sad? I should be wanting to play this to see what's going to happen with Joel. I should be wanting to see what's going to happen with Ellie. What's going to happen with The Cure. Like, I should be curious about that. I should be curious about the story. I probably wouldn't have even read the leaks if I heard the story was good. And the reason why I read the leaks, and I think why most people read the leaks, was because of how negative the reaction to the leaks were. They were so negative that people just couldn't help themselves, including me. So if they were positive, I probably would have been like, no, don't want to hear anymore, don't want to know anymore, I'm going to wait for the game. But yeah, so yeah, that's how it played out. So I'm more excited for the gameplay, more excited for the graphics, just excited to see Joel and Ellie again for as long as they're there. And I'm curious. It's more like the guy that comes in and when everybody's having a massive argument, flips the lawn chair out, puts it down, sits down, grabs his popcorn and eats. But not popcorn to enjoy the storyline, enjoy the movie, popcorn to see the whole train wreck that it's going to be. So I'm going to be curious, I'm going to be laughing when I should have been crying, I'm probably going to be laughing and stuff like that, just to see what kind of agendas. So if you want to watch that kind of reaction where we're just laughing together at what kind of story Neil Druckmann's put together with Anita Sarkeesian, allegedly, it should be fun. But yeah, like apart from that, the gameplay looks amazing. Ellie can swim now. Yeah, man. I don't know what else I can say. It looks like they've made Ellie a bit androgynous, a bit. Like she looks quite she's built like a boy. She's built like a teenage boy. You know, it's a bit funny. But I guess maybe zombie apocalypse, especially if you're as badass as Ellie is, you probably would be built like a teenage boy. I don't know. I know Abby's definitely got bigger arms than me. Arms are huge in that little cutscene. They're really not showing Abby. It's interesting. I wonder if that's deliberate. Like they know people don't like her from. I guess they understand that it's not just you don't like Abby because she's either trans or gay or whatever. She's a woman. You don't like. Maybe they actually know the real reason why we don't like Abby is because of what she does and the fact that we have to control her after what she does. And yeah, I don't know, but we'll see. Anyway, that's my reaction to The Last of Us, the 23-minute gameplay presentation. If you liked it, give us a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for notifications, and I'll see you again. Peace.